Hello, my Libra friends. Welcome to your general reading here on Daily Divine Guidance. This is for Libra's sun, moon, or rising signs. My friends, I ask that you please read the disclaimer in the description box below, as well as the prayer we would say during the reading. I now say it before each reading. We're going to stick with general readings for a while. Just because of all that's going on in the world, I felt it was best to stay general, so we'll keep having general readings every week. All right, Libra, we are going to pull 8 cards, 8 tarot cards, and then we have our clarifier deck. Of course, we're using this new Light Seers deck, which is absolutely beautiful. I hope you like it. And then we have our Mother Earth cards here. This is for some grounding messages for us, so we'll save those for last. All right, Libra. Projection of energies over the next 4 weeks for our Libra friends, sun, moon, or rising. What you need to know. Now we're all on different timelines, right? So you may see some reminders from the past, or some of these energies have begun already for you, as well as some energies projecting beyond 28 days, okay? All right. Let's get started here. Let's get 3 more cards, please, for Libra. 1 more card, please, for Libra. Okay. Oh, yep. All right. Interesting here. Okay, Libra, you have the 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. You're learning something. I feel like some of you have really had your mind set on something, or you've wanted to do something, and you're taking time right now to kind of learn about it and see if it's a direction you truly want to go. The 8 of Pentacles is that card of mastery and skill development, doing something over and over and over again until you've perfected it, okay? So I feel that for many of you, there is something on your mind and you're taking time to develop, and it could be a very artistic or it's out. I feel like it's maybe a little out of the norm for a lot of you, maybe not, but it's feeling something more artistic, or just, I see cooking, and I see writing or photography, things that are a little more artistic. Okay, I don't know how many times I have to say artistic, but it's just what I'm getting here. A sense of art is happening for you, crafting, things like that. You have the 2 of Swords here, and I want to get a clarifier for this card because this is a heartfelt decision that needs to be made. So I'm wondering if this is you wanting to switch to a different job, moving to a different type of work. Like you're developing this skill, realizing how good you are at what you do, at your new craft, but you love your job as well, or you love where you were before. You may not necessarily want to leave, but something's calling you. Something's got you very, very curious here. That Page of Cups, that's a very curious energy. It's a very compassionate energy as well. So some of you may be going into healthcare. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Has been happening a lot lately. 2 cards to clarify the 2 of Swords, one of which is also the 2 of Swords and the Hermit. Yeah, you have a heartfelt decision that you have to make, or that you're needing to make, you're avoiding making. It's really, really close to your heart, though. Whatever this is, whatever you're thinking about, Virgo, it may have nothing to do with the rest of the read, but there is a decision that is needing to be made, and the only way you're going to be able to do it is to go within and take a look at what you're heart's true desire is, and not to worry too much about the after effects, because the divine will take care of you. The Hermit is also Virgo's card, so you may be dealing with a Virgo. You may be a Virgo Libra cusp. But there is definitely a decision that needs to be made here so that you can move forward, so that you can have what it is that you desire, whether it's a change in job or a relationship or whatever this heartfelt decision is. Once you make the decision, you'll be able to move forward. You have here, again, the Page of Cups, and this is, again, a very compassionate and loving energy. It is a water card, but it is curious. It's a very curious page. They have so many ideas and they're so creative. So I'm really sensing this desire for creativity in your life with just the 2 cards alone. Knight of Wands is very energetic, very passionate, very action oriented. Okay, so this is it can be a little impulsive. I almost feel like mixed with your nature, this will give you more of a balance rather than just impulse, spontaneous decision making, because Libras can be really good at thinking things through. So I feel like what the Knight of Wands is bringing you, my Libra friends, is this ability to not overthink. Let's just say that. Giving you an allowance of passionate energy enough to where you're able to let that be more of a guide, so that you aren't taking too much time in making these decisions and in moving forward, because there is definitely something here calling you. There is something calling you to move forward. You know what it is. I don't. If you're like, yeah, I know what it is, but like, I don't know how to like look at it. Like, how do I move forward with it? The best suggestion I have for you is to weigh out the pros and cons on paper. Something tangible. If you don't have paper, use your phone and make a note or something, or text it to yourself or whatever. Because when you can actually look at it and not just like try to remember it, it helps a lot. So weighing the pros and cons in a more tangible, visible way is going to help a lot. Okay. Get 4 more cards, please, for our Libra friends. 2 more. 1 more. Thank you. Oh, got 2 more. Okay. You know, I'm not normally one for, you know, trendy acronyms and things like that, but I just heard FOMO, like fear of missing out. That 5 of Cups isn't even about that. But paired with the 4 of Wands, I feel like some of you have this strange fear that if you move forward, you'll be missing out on something, and you'll regret it. So you have the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands here. The 4 of Wands is about celebration at home. It's often seen as the 1111 card, soulmate or twin flame connection. This could be what is calling you to move forward. Your soulmate might be trying to call you in, and you're not hearing the call because you're not moving forward with what your life purpose, your mission is. I know that sounds very blunt, but it's what I'm getting out of this card. 4 of Wands is celebration at home, so family anniversaries, birthdays, engagements, weddings, things of that nature are trying to call you in. Like you can kind of see how it's like, hey, come to us. You know, we're here, we're out here, we're doing our thing now. Granted, I know we're social distancing right now, but this is still trying to call you in. And I firmly believe here that the divine is telling you that in order to have these sort of things, if you don't already have them, right? Because some of this may resonate as happening now, that this shift that's supposed to take place up here, I feel it's a more creative shift for some of you, but you know what the shift is, you know the decision you need to make is what has to take place first, okay? But I do feel with the Five of Cups coming in under that Two of Swords, is that you have a fear of making this decision because you're afraid of being disappointed or failing. You're not going to fail. Your heart is being called to do something because the divine is giving you a mission and your mission is calling you. There's no way you can fail if like if the divine is telling you to do it. If you do not succeed the first time, that just teaches you on how to move forward with the next attempt. I remember, let me go into a brief mini story, my Libra friends. A few years ago, I had a great job. And I remember my boss, my employer, telling me I needed to start making these cold calls. And I was scared to death. I did not want to have to make these calls because I didn't want to be rejected. And my boss told me, "You're not being rejected. This is not about you. This is about, you know, what we're doing as a business." And they told me, you know, it takes sometimes 100 no's to get one yes. So don't fear rejection, because as long as you keep trying, you will get that yes. Okay. If everyone gave up on the first try, we would have no artists. We would have no uh, musicians. We wouldn't have, you know, some women would probably not have rights. Like there's so many things that have taken multiple attempts for us to be able to have forward movement. So the Five of Cups feels more fear based to me. Don't allow that fear to rule your life. Of course, Virgo, Libra, you are the ruler of your destiny. You get to choose what you want to do with your life. So whatever I say or these cards suggest, you can take whatever you want from this. Leave behind what you don't like. Okay. But the big thing here is not to, the big message, in my opinion, is not to allow fear of missing out or fear of failure or fear of disappointment to rule you, because something is calling you in. It will be a slower moving energy. This is not going to be a quick, fast transition. Knight of Pentacles is very methodical, very strategic. This is the knight that gets the job done and does it as close to perfection as possible. It is definitely forward moving energy, but it's more of a step by step rather than a full force forward. Okay. Pay attention and keep moving forward. Even if you don't feel like you're making improvements, look back on the past, 6 months and see how far you've come. Write down, again, I feel like writing is going to be a big thing for you here, Libra. Write down your accomplishments. Give yourself a pat on the back for every small accomplishment that you achieve, okay? Because that's how you're going to be able to recognize. I think with the Knight of Pentacles, this is how you're going to be able to recognize that you're moving forward. You're an air sign. Air signs are faster moving. They're more they're the ruler of the mind and communication and thought. As where Pentacles are the earth, okay? This is earth energy. It is grounded. It is slower moving, but it is very successful. Not the air signs are not successful, or the air energy isn't successful. It's just, this is more earth energy is more step by step instead of trying to get it all done at once. Okay. So definitely keep track of what accomplishments you're making, what's working, what's not, those sort of things. It's really, really important that you give yourself credit where credit is due, even for the smallest little things. Even if you just wake up and brush your teeth and that's all you do that day, that's an accomplishment, right? It really, really is. I know that sounds silly, but it is. Four of Pentacles is about control. It's about needing to feel secure, a fear of scarcity. So you're really trying to control what's going on here. But I think that that paired with the Nine of Wands, which is our courage and boundaries card, is saying as long as you go through this, transition, as you start to develop new relationships, if it's a job, if it's a relationship, whatever, building boundaries, healthy boundaries from the beginning, my Libra friends, is going to help to release that Four of Pentacles energy, that need to control every step of the way, because you are the leader. You, Libra, is the leader of, in my opinion, yes, Leo is the leader of the pride, but you are the leader of the zodiac. Like, in my personal opinion, Libras are amazing at leading. And with being a leader comes the need or the desire or the aspect of control. But you don't want to have to feel full control. This is not what this is about. This is about allowing others to help you, even if it's just the divine. Giving up some of that control to places with healthy boundaries is going to help you succeed here, okay? This is a shift. You're moving away from something into something new. And I really, truly believe this is calling in a soulmate. This shift, even though the cards to me do not look like a shift towards a soulmate, it is a shift towards the soulmate. Okay? It's like this shift is family, it's situational. But somehow it's bringing your soulmate. Your soulmate is calling you to do this. Can we get a couple of Mother Earth cards here, please? Grounding message for our Libra friends. Oh, you get 3. Okay, Libra, you have Wolf, Desert, and DNA, Instinct, Vision Quest, and Karma. Now you have that Hermit card. We'll talk about the Desert, the Vision Quest first. This is definitely something you need to go within and explore. Libra, there is something that's calling you. And there's a shift that needs to happen or wants to happen, right? Because you're the designer. So it's calling you, it's requesting you to look at it because there is something you're supposed to be working on here. Okay. Instinct, you will know. You will instinctively know as soon as you take that time out, take that meditation break, look at what it is that's calling you in, you're going to know. You're going to know this is what I'm supposed to do. And if, again, you have any doubts, you want to make sure to weigh out the pros and cons on paper or something that's tangible, visible, that you can look at so that you can make the decision without having to remember things, right? And then you have karma. My friends, I really, really feel like this is karma's shift for you. It's DNA. So this is something that could run in your blood. This is something that could be, a gift that has been passed down from ancestor to ancestor. So if you're questioning, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? Like, I do feel like I'm supposed to shift in some way, but I don't know the direction. Look at your lineage. Look at what people have done in the past that have kind of followed suit and see if that's fitting to you. If not, call on your ancestors. They will help guide you. They're a part of your spirit team. They will help guide you to the answer. And when I say that I feel like karma is on your side, it's because this isn't, karma, we hear the phrase karma is a bitch a lot, right? But what people don't realize is karma is also a beautiful gift. Like we receive good karma as well as, let's say positive karma as well as the negative karma, depending on our actions and our lifestyle and the lessons we learn and all that good stuff. Depends on the kind of karma we receive. And I feel like this shift for you, Libra, is going to bring in an abundance of good karma, healing, DNA healing, ancestral healing could be happening here as well. My Libra friends, I hope this resonated well with you. If it did, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us get the message out to more of our Libra friends. I will be back next week with another general read for you, so stay tuned for that. Until then, you guys stay safe, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.